heard about it on the news.
That was not good. It broke. I literally just watched it go.
Was it the lamp?
Yes. We just broke a lamp.
Oh. Yeah, that's in pieces.
Yeah, it's in pieces. Just broke a lamp. All right.
Here I am.
I'm proud that you love that song so much.
Fuck, I get stuck in my goddamn head.
Well, stop watching.
Let's look at that again.
Can you pull it up?
Yeah.
The ladies of TikTok who...
Fucking, I don't know, man. It's dumb.
Do you have that fucking, screen on your phone that only allows you to see straight on? Like that...
Yeah, I put it on there. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
You're like, so when you're like flipping through fucking Grindr, your girlfriend can't see it?
Grindr. Yeah.
When you're on fucking farmersonly.com.
They don't let me on Grindr anymore.
You and Jeffrey Dahmer got kicked off.
That fucking guy, dude. What a fucking weirdo.
It's funny because all that stuff's in the fucking news and everything right now. Just because of all the, they got that Netflix special and all that. And he got arrested in 91. And I was in boot camp when it happened. And so when all that came out, it was like, I don't think I heard about Jeffrey Dahmer until like a couple years later when he was in court, or he was going to court. Like he had been arrested. I was in boot camp, didn't hear anything about it. And then he's in like getting ready to go to court. And I hear people talking about it. By this time, I was at my first command, and people are like, dude, Jeffrey Dahmer's fucking going to be in court. It's going to be crazy to hear all that stuff. And I'm like, who's that? What are you talking about? He's like, the dude in fucking, it was in Michigan, right? Or something, or Wisconsin, who like ate all those people. I was like, what? What the hell are you talking about?
I watch about every single murder mystery there is on Netflix. I've watched all of them. I like every detective show. Like I'm like this armchair detective, and I'm always just like fucking overanalyzing, like super hyper vigilant, and like just like tearing it apart. And I'm like super intrigued by it. And like that dude, like I knew he was bad. Like we, in the 90s is when it happened. I was like in 5th, 6th grade, 91, 92, and heard about it on the news.
That was not good. It broke. I literally just watched it go.
Was it the lamp?
Yes. We just broke a lamp.
I love lamp. Broken lamp.
I'm gonna look.
Oh. Yeah, that's in pieces.
Yeah, it's in pieces. Just broke a lamp. All right.
Hopefully it wasn't an heirloom from like the First World War. God dang. Anyways, Jeffrey fucking Dahmer was fucked up, dude. Like, super.
I don't think there's ever been any like discussion about that.
Some people don't know how bad he really is, though.
This story my wife and I started watching some of the Netflix stuff, and it's interesting, but it's like, I don't know. It to me, it is a little weird how people get so involved in this. It's like so fascinated by it. I think it's just it's like seeing a car wreck. You see this and you're just like, oh, you can't look away.
Yeah, I did like the court hearings. I mean,
did they cover that in the show?
I didn't watch the whole thing, dude. It was just too fucking weird for me, man. I didn't make it through it. I was just like, I can't sit through this because it was like talking about his childhood and it was just depressing.
Yeah. You know what? And I feel like they sort of make it a little bit like you're like, oh, he had such a hard life. I can understand why he did this, or I feel like a lot of times.
But he didn't have a fucking.
No, it wasn't. I mean, his parents were whack jobs, or his mom was
divorced, and they fought a little bit.
And that's like, have you ever heard that like the serial killer triad where they kill animals, they have mother issues, and then they wet the bed?
Yep.
I don't know if they ever covered the bedwetting thing, but there's a super interesting podcast, and I'm pitching these guys because it's something that they're super cool. And if you want to listen to a cool podcast, they used to be on everything. They used to be on like Apple Podcasts. You could listen to them anywhere. But Last Podcast on the Left, they cover a lot of weird stuff. Yeah, but they call it their heavy hitter series, and they cover all these like the big like Bundy and Dahmer and Gacy and BTK. They get super in depth with it. But some of the stuff, one of the guys is like, I think he's a comedian. He's a writer for like Adult Swim or something like that. And he's pretty fucking funny. And they kind of make light of some of the stuff, but they do some heavy research into the stuff, and they really covered a lot of that. And they talk about that stuff, that like the fucking serial killer triad. And I think they specifically said like Dahmer never really wet his bed. That wasn't his thing. But the fact that he was gay and like homosexual, couldn't deal with it, and they think that was sort of that was the other crux of that for him.
Yeah, he didn't. In the interviews, you know, there was a female that I got to talk to him, and I forgot.
I saw a little bit of that.
But I forgot her name. But she, you know, in the interview, you could hear he didn't see himself, and same with Gacy. They did homosexual acts, like whatever. But they themselves didn't think of themselves as homosexual, even though he talked about, he's like, oh, I'll just fool around and, you know, I fool around with guys, but, you know, I'm not homosexual. And I'm just like, you guys are like fucking in denial, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking crazy. Yeah, there was the Asian kid that had escaped in his underwear down the street. He was surrounded by a bunch of women. And they're like, what the fuck? And then Dahmer comes up, strong arms the kid, the cops show up. And they're like, oh, it's a it's a couples dispute. They're like, he's a fucking kid.
Yeah.
He's 14. They're like,
the family sued. That family specifically sued
the police department.
The police department and got millions, and rightfully so.
They got millions?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a big thing. And they talk about that in the last podcast on the left when they talk about that, which I guess you can only see those guys now on like Spotify. They did the same thing. Like,
what a shit show, dude.
Yeah.
And there's still people out there like that.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Problem is, in like 2022, you can't murder anymore. Like, you're gonna get fucking caught.
So there was just that guy up in, was it San Francisco or Sacramento they just caught. He had killed like 5 or 6 people, and he was just randomly shooting people. They caught the guy. They had like, did you hear about that? They legit were like, this is a serial killer. In the past 8 weeks, we've got 5 different murders, and they tied it all to the same person, but they had a camera view of the guy walking away from a camera or like down an alley, and they were like saying he had some unique walk or whatever. But I was saying the same thing. I'm like, these days, dude, police, there's all the DNA, all that stuff. Police work is much better. There's cameras everywhere. You might not be caught directly at the murder, but what they're going to do is they're going to start going out in concentric rings.
Yep.
And the software that we have that isn't available to the general public for like
profiling,
optimizing photography and optimizing video that the FBI and stuff has, it's incredible, and you're going to get caught.
You're going to get caught. You can't kill anyone you know. So
nope.
That defeats the reason for murder, right? Definitely not your significant other. You're a fucking idiot.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just leave him. Like, fucking A, dude. Like, so it just defeats the whole reason of fucking even doing it in the first place. Like, it's not. Can you imagine the 1800s, early 1900s? You could just fucking slay bodies, dude.
And that's one of the things. There's in that the same because they cover a lot of this stuff, and I've heard a lot of that stuff. The last podcast and the last they've done tons of serial killer stuff, and they did a guy in the early 1900s that lived in Detroit or something like that in some sort of flop house. He had a whole section of this place built that you couldn't. It was this maze of doors. You would open a door and there would be nothing there. You'd open a door and be a wall. And he had like death rooms in there, and he killed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. They still say, and I think and I can't remember the guy's name, but listening to this, you're just like, it's insane, because it was during right before the Great Depression. There was people or transients all over, and this was like a flop house, like 2 cents you could stay the night, and he would just kill people left and right and burn them in a furnace that he had on the property, and it was just insane.
You want to see my new chainsaw and hockey mask?
insane. And I don't think the dude ever got caught. I think he ended up admitting to it, or they figured it out after he passed away. So, like, yeah, true insanity.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, now that we're off the cuff of serial killers, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Savage Actual. I'm Patrick, and this is my partner, Jason.
I think that's my name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, so today
we're ranting about random shit again.
We're ranting. This is another one of our randos, and we're talking about...
serial killers. How do we get on that fucking
I don't know. I think we have a bad habit of just getting off on tangents for whatever.
People love our fucking
So it
tangents,
is.
I guess.
We're actually filming in California today. It is 10:30ish in the morning.
And we're drinking Iron Fire Brew.
Iron Fire Brew. There's Zombie Tiki Ale, which is, oh my god, it's
Christmas in the mouth.
orange cranberries. It's fucking amazing. And I would invite you all to come out to Iron Fire today, because we're going to be out there, but nobody's going to see this until later. But we'll throw it up on our Instagram. We need to do a live stream after this. Let's do a live stream quick, and we'll
Word.
put the word out.
Word. Yeah. So the game that we are going to talk about today is something I've been playing, I think, since 2015.
Yeah, the game's been around for a while. I was actually surprised at how, looking at some of the gameplay, like 3 years ago, 4, like I was like, oh, this has been around.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this since 2015, and that was 7 years ago.
What's changed since 2015?
Graphically, the game is insane. So the game's War Thunder, and it's not a first-person shooter. It's a vehicle. Most of the vehicles are circa World War II, the meat and potatoes of the game, but it's tanks, so ground vehicles, planes, and now helicopters and drones, and ships. And
You can play as a ship. You can control a ship.
the whole thing.
Oh, that's cool. Like battleships.
Yep, all the way up, like literally Bismarck class of Germany, the Bismarck.
So you're controlling all German weapons.
Yeah, so
I wonder why they chose that.
From left to right, I think the countries and the nationalities you can play is, I'm thinking about the tabs right now, is USA,
Okay.
Seconds Germany, USSR, China, Japan, Britain. Now I'm going to the right side of the screen in my head. Israel, Italy, France, and Sweden. I think there's 10.
Oh wow! And so this is all supposed to be like World War II weapons, or
Yes,
or
World War II to present.
Oh wow!
So I just paid. You could pay extra, like real money, to get some of the highest end shit, like bypassing, because it's like you got to grind. You got to shoot X amount of planes, get so many points, research points, RP to unlock the next plane.
Or you can just drop.
So
some
it's this
funds
giant
and-
tree, or you can drop some funds and buy one random vehicle. So I dropped some cash, but so it's 10 is the highest, the 10 scale. So it's all broken down into ranks, like 1 through I think 6 or 1 through 5, and it's like tier groups. And each one of those ranks across the screen, you have X amount of planes and vehicles and ships in that realm. And they all, so when you play online against other player, you're playing against the same kind of level of they call it the battle rating, the BR. So like the first is like 1 through I think 2.0, and then it's like fucking 2.3 to fucking like 3.0. So it puts you, because I've done it where I'm a tank, like World War II, early World War II, like an old school whatever the fuck light tank against like present day like Abrams.
Oh really?
And like you're shooting,
Does it even
nothing
affect the Abrams?
The turret's not even fucking turning. Like they're not even like recognizing. You're like a fucking gnat, like mosquito. Like, and it's like I'm like, all right. So, but
That's
I
crazy.
paid for this A10, and it was
Nice.
and they got GBUs. They've got, and I'm like trying to just understand how the fuck to use the controls to drop the thing accurately. Like it's
See, that's and we've talked about this. You are definitely the huge gamer of us, and I'm not even in that realm. That's something to me that kind of turns me off a little bit from the keyboard gaming, like using a PC, because it's like
Guys,
I turned the PS4 on the other day, and I've been playing Modern Warfare.
They have War Thunder on the PS4.
Okay, see, I would totally do that.
They have controllers.
But like having to go fucking.
It's way more precise. I'm gonna destroy you if you're using a fucking controller. Guys will fucking argue this.
I'm sure. I guess maybe I don't.
Because it's all about leading. Like, dude, you have to fucking lead.
How is that more precise though? Because I understand
you just fucking put the pointer, and then you're using a big thumbstick, dude. Like when you're flying. So flying, cool. Moving, cool. But you need to aim when you're fucking flying.
But you're using a mouse as well, too, right?
I'm using fucking WSD and a fucking mouse, dude. For flying, it's fucking way easier, dude. Way easier.
Was it controller or
the fucking keyboard and the mouse pointer? The mouse pointer is fucking accurate. You could stick the thing in the fucking crosshair, like really accurate, dude. But on this, like it's gonna be all over the fucking place. It's hard.
I might check it out.
I'm telling you, War Thunder.
Thunder on PS4. We might have to download that later today.
Dude, it's a
and
blast.
play it.
If you stay with the simple, like the first ranks, like literally rank 1 through 2, it's fucking easy.
And that doesn't cross over either. Like playing on the PS4, I can't play against somebody on the PC.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna fuck you up.
But you can.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's cross.
Wow, that's interesting that they do that.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Maybe
Dude, it's fucking badass, dude. But we can play in squadrons and we can play in teams. Your buddy and your team is going to have a green emblem. We can communicate over Discord or whatever the fuck we choose to use, or even our own fucking phones, and we can like literally. And I've done it. I played with my buddy who's a fucking pilot, Jared, the roommate who you met.
Yeah.
And he's beyond obsessed with this game too. And like, dude, we straight up like fucking wing to wing. Like, we'll fly this. It's an interceptor. It's called the XP-50. And we directly go after bombers, and we set the altitude and the heading, and the fucking the degree and like climb rate, because it's all there's turn rates, climb rates, max speeds. It's realistic in the sense if you max load it out, you're gonna lose a lot of speed. You're gonna fucking so it's sick when you play like there's like arcade, which is way fun, way fast, and then there's like realistic, and then there's simulator. And when it gets hard because it like you can blow your fucking wings off if you die too fast.
I saw some of the shots that I was watching. I watched a guy take off in an F4 Phantom.
Yep.
And he's going down the runway, afterburners are on, and he starts like going to the left. Luckily, he took off just as he left like the side of the runway, and then he gets up and he's like, I don't know what mode he was on, but he's like doing all the squirrely shit. All of a sudden, he's like, boom!
Yep. That's just simulator, dude.
Yeah,
and it's hard, and I've done it. But the amount of points you get on the higher settings if you just get one kill, like
if you're really good at it,
not even really good. If you just fucking randomly get a fucking kill, if you can. It's hard to fly those fucking things, dude. Like one of the simulators. So arcade's still fun as fuck. I still do it now because you can dive straight down 90 degrees. Your fucking wings are vibrating, but like you'll pass out. Like, dude, so you have a G tolerance. You have to work up your G tolerance, your stamina, and vitality. So there's all these like breakdowns, dude, and it sucks you the fuck in. The best part is the music is like super World War II themed. It's old school, like big band.
I love that. That's cool.
It's great.
That's cool.
It's super kind of dark sounding, so it's super World War II. The graphics, and to answer your question, long answer is the graphics have gotten insane. The graphics are fucking amazing, dude. Like, I'll hit the letter C so I can like have a free camera while I'm flying, and that's how I look for enemies. It's like I'm always looking.
Yeah, you're like,
but I like always
third person like, sort of, and you can scan around.
And I can just change it. Like I've already got my course setting. Basically, I'm climbing, and at that point, I'm looking for bombers going out to bomb your shit because you're all you start on opposing sides of the map, and everyone like flying anyways. Fly. The bombers started at higher altitude. There's interceptors. They start mid, and then there's the fighters at the bottom. So the bombers are already at like 4,000, 3,600 meters. So it's all in fucking meters. You can set it to whatever. And then you climb, dude. Yeah, I climbed 7,000, 8,000 feet and drop bombs. But it's got the fucking crosshairs when you're flying a bomber. So you're a bombardier, and you got fucking yaks and fucking like zeros coming at you.
Jeez,
dude. And you're just trying to drop, man. Like, drop now, and you like hit fucking spacebar 100 fucking times. You're dropping like 12 bombs, dude. And you hold space, and you can follow the bombs and like watch them hit. So it's sick. And it's like a 20, 30 second delay.
Well, let's take a look at the game.
Yeah, you'll fucking like it, man.
So, let's take a look at it. So this dude is.
So I have that.
Now you think this guy's playing on a PC? That's probably the most common way this is played, though, right?
Most are. You could do both.
So we'll have to download this later.
So it's free. Number one.
On PS4? Probably not.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It's a free game. It should be fucking free on PS. It's fucking free. It's one of those games. It's a free fucking game, man.
Dude, this is crazy. Go like, yeah.
Dude. So that's a German Leopard. It's a new Leopard, man. I got that same tank. That's a
This one right here?
Yeah, it's like a 9.3, 9.6, or a 10.0.
Dude, that looked like one of those little vehicles that we saw in Vegas. One of those little German.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called, but
That's a new tank, dude.
I would not drive under that. That shit's gonna fall on you.
Oh, dude, he's in a tank, man.
I know, but it's just like, I will drive into anything. I don't care. You know, you can hear the aircraft. That's cool.
Yeah, so
So that's the thing. Is this an immersive world? So you're rolling around in tanks.
Yeah.
You're doing the tank battle.
You get
Are
one
there
kill.
planes
So-
that can come down
Yes.
and freaking whoa?
So when you play either arcade or realistic, we'll say for realistic, you start out with X amount of start points, and you could pick any. You have like a bunch of different crews with a bunch of different tanks that you pick for that battle, and there's got a plane that you've picked, but you can't use that plane until you get a kill. Basically, start points. You have to get X amount of start points to unlock the plane during this mission. So basically, he shoots a couple people. And when he dies and he goes to the hangar, basically, or not the hangar, but the fucking menu, he can then play as a plane.
Okay.
And that's fun as fuck. And these are all real players. So he's got enemy artillery fire coming in. So right now on the map, the bottom right, this is domination. They're taking these points, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. So his team is blue, but they all haul ass, and they're just trying to take these points, and you have to stay.
So I see the blue. So the red is you can actually see the other tanks.
I don't know what mode he's in right now.
Because that would seem kind of weird that you can look at the map and see where your fucking enemies are. You know what I'm saying?
When they fire in an arcade, yes. But realistic, which this could potentially be realistic, I'll have to look again. You won't see it. But if you or another teammate spots, you can mark where they're at on the map. So much like in real life, like, yo, here's the
you
grid.
can call.
This is where they're at. Which is
Hey.
it's not far fetched.
Is it just like calling out, hey, C1, C4, D2, like that? Is that just basically the grid call that you're giving out? Because I mean,
Well, you just click and point on the map of where it's at.
okay, I got you.
You're not actually. See the. Yeah, someone already fucking spotted it. See the eyes? There's like a little emblem with a fucking eye. His teammate spotted an enemy over there somewhere. It's already blown up. So if you hit a vehicle and then your buddy or teammate finishes it off, you get an assist point. You're still getting points. It's all about the hit points.
What the hell was that?
The tree just got knocked over. And it's showing.
I mean, this guy's rolling pretty good.
Yeah, this guy's crushing.
What is that? The top row? Oh, ammunition
So it shows
exploded.
you where you impacted on the vehicle.
Nice. That's interesting. That's cool.
And it sucks when you die because it shows where it fucks your dudes up. It's got little outlines of the people inside. It's like,
Dude, have you ever seen the video of the goat inside the armored vehicle that's hit by like a sabot round? Oh, it is not pretty. There's a video out there, and I don't know if it was just fucking military stuff, but like they put a goat inside an armored vehicle. I think it's an LAV or I don't remember what, but they hit it with a sabot round. Dude, the metal is just bouncing, just turns the goat into mush. Like, you're like, I don't want to be in an armored vehicle.
Damn, dude.
It. Yeah, you're like, holy shit.
So he just got fucked up. This is an enemy shot against him. He's already killed 7 targets, and it goes right through him.
Oh, man. Dude, that's cool. I love that visual. That's super interesting. I've never seen anything like that. That's... you got to give it to developers coming up with that, because that's cool.
It's a bitchin' game. So Gaijin is who makes it. Gaijin, and that's the studio. Yeah, this guy's fucking crushing it, man.
Yeah, that's what I was saying before. You're like, oh, if you get one kill, so it sounds like it's super difficult, but.
Dude, it's frustrating, man. There'll be times where I don't get a single kill and I just get wiped off the face of the earth.
Jeez.
All of my vehicles get, like, you just have a weird thing. I just got first place like 2 days ago. And it's hard. You get to save your replays. You could slow it down. You could change the camera angle, so I'm gonna make a pretty sick vid.
Nice.
With some time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a bitchin' game, dude. The maps are thought out.
Oh, damn.
Your timing's gotta be spot on.
How long does it take between firing and reloading?
Every vehicle's different, and it says it in the stats of each vehicle. And it's up to your crew, and you can start ranking up your crew, so you get more experience.
Just
crew.
PT them and give them better food and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's all have to do with points, dude. Grinding. How many kills, how many hits, how well you do, how well your team does. And you slow. Each vehicle's got its own like tech tree of like.
This is kind of funny. Like, dude, you should be fucking tearing that building down right now. Like, he turned his turn into it.
Yeah, I mean that's just all games. They all do it. This map, dude, is like super in depth, and it's one little tank can be hiding somewhere behind a fucking.
Oh, that was cool. I like how he kind of like zoomed in a little bit. This guy's he's good, man. He's good.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna get first place, 100%.
He's like pieing the corner with his fucking turn.
Problem is, these high-level tanks, they turn their turrets insanely fast. Pretty much every other vehicle in the lower ranks, it's like. You're like,
Hold on now, is that the same? Like, let's say somebody's got the same tank in your lower level points, you don't turn as fast?
No, you're gonna turn fast. You're gonna turn fast, 100%.
But if you've got one tank and you're facing the same tank, it turns.
It depends on the crew, much like in real life. Like how experienced is your fucking crew?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but
it's damn near gonna be fucking. It's gonna be close.
Okay, because that's the thing is like when you're talking about the motorized action, that's not controlled by the fucking crew. That's the capability of the machinery.
There he goes.
Assist. That's cool when he goes to the whatever.
Yeah, you change your views. So he's in like driving view right now.
Yeah.
He's like zoomed in.
Like that. When he does that, that's
so
kind
he's
of
hitting
cool.
shift and he's zooming in, and then you could click in one more time and you get zooms in a little bit more.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And there's legit bullet drop. So you have to, especially in realistic modes. And if you fuck up, you're short, you miss, and he realizes you just got shot on, like he could get the drop.
Oh shit. Dude, I think he just hit that tank and now I don't think it killed it.
No, he's taking some damage you could see on the inside. Bottom left, it's showing the damage on his.
The red there?
Yeah, and that was from fucking machine guns. They're crew serve.
And that doesn't get better, like magically, right?
Boom. So you do have like fire suppression and like spare parts and like.
That's cool.
But it takes you out of the game by like a minute or two while you're fixing your fucking shit.
But that's still cool. That's
Which is kinda
realistic.
realistic.
Yeah. Or
I mean, it's still a video game, right?
Somewhat realistic.
It's not like to the T a fucking simulator. But dude, it's out of any tank game I've played, in any fucking plane game, it's.
We're gonna have to
It's
go
the
upstairs
shit.
later and fucking pull this up and try it. I wanna see what this plays like.
Yeah, I'll set it up for you.
Yeah, that'd
I'm
be cool.
gonna get you hooked, dude. Especially if you play with Jared and I. And I got one other guy too. All veterans. It's a blast.
That's cool. Yeah, and I dig the machine gun part of it, like right there.
But there's anti-air vehicles. There's ZSU's TAC 4s.
Oh. That looks cool. Like,
I think he took first. I'm not sure. So you hear the music?
yeah, it's like that, like you said, that World War II sort of.
It's fucking awesome. I'm hooked on it, dude. I could play hours and hours on this game. He took second place. Player stats. So he's second in that one. He's in blue. He killed
A bazillion people.
a bazillion.
Dude, that was cool. I dig
Yeah.
it. So we'll definitely do that later. We'll pull it up and we'll freaking. I'll give it a try. You're right. I love tank stuff. That's the thing is, again, the PC thing of like. I don't know.
I would like to see these guys integrate foot soldiers.
Yeah, that would be super interesting. Can you
Same
imagine
company.
like having a squad of like 4 to 6 guys,
Yeah.
and you've got like
Anti-tank
stuff? Dude, that'd be fun. That'd be
Yeah.
cool.
I'd like to see that. I would like to see subs.
Oh, that'd be cool
I
too.
would like to see a full-scale, real-world map, like, but the same engine, the same shit that they're using, the same graphics, the same stats. You know,
How are these guys making money? I guess from people buying up to vehicles
They're
and stuff
making
like
money.
that. That's how they're making money on it.
Yeah, and it's a real.
Who's the who's the developer of the game?
Gaijin.
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 Gaijin. It's the
Gaijin.
Japanese. Yeah,
Gaijin. Round eye.
Gaijen.
Yeah. En. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that means round eye.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah. No. I'm pretty sure. Gaijin is like round eye or
Well, there's Outsider.
or something like that. I'm sure we're gonna get lots of comments.
No. I mean, the movie. I watched it. It's like one of my favorite movies, dude. So.
Well, in the Marvel series, I am an original comic book collector from fucking way back. I mean, you know how old I am. Dude, I was collecting comic books when I was like 6, 7 years. I've been an X-Men fan, and so the whole thing with I've always been a fan of like the Wolverine series and Logan and all that, and like he's got really in the series he's got super close ties to Japan, and he uses the term Gaijin a lot. You see that, and it's always like, yes, foreigner, outsider, round eye. Yeah. He uses that a lot in the fucking series and stuff. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty funny.
So for all you,
I'm sure we're gonna get lots of comments about that.
not really. I mean, it's a fucking real word, man.
No. I know, but people like it means this or it means that or it means blah blah blah.
Well, I mean, there's a Jared Leto movie called Outsider. It's like one of my favorite fucking dark World War II era fucking Yakuza fucking. He's an American. He's a Yank in like the occupation phase of fucking World War II, and he stays behind, and he like gets put in prison for something dumb, and he ends up saving
In prison where?
in Japan.
Oh.
Post World War II, and he saves this fucking Yakuza gangster's life, and they basically kind of take him in.
What's the movie called?
Outsider. It's one of fucking Jared Leto's best.
Wow. I've never heard it. It sounds super cool.
Oh, it's fucking rad, dude. We should watch movies tonight. Like, go do our thing and then fucking have a movie night with beers.
Yeah.
I should get you to watch Goon. But you haven't seen Outsider?
I'd like to see Outsider. That sounds interesting.
It's fucking badass, dude. It's fucking...
All right.
It's fucking
We'll have to
dark.
check that out.
Jared Leto's a unique human being. I'd be like, he's a pretty good actor, dude. And he plays this cold, calculated man of few words. And he's a little fucking...
I don't think I've ever seen him in anything
It's violent.
where he's
it's fucking
like
violent and bloody. Hot
yeah.
Japanese chick that he falls in love with.
Well, why are you interested in the movie? I don't.
There's so many reasons, dude. He gets fucking sick tattoos. Like, it's fucking badass, man. So if you guys are into World War II games, into especially vehicle combat, 100% check out War Thunder. Like, don't listen to what everyone else fucking says about it if it's negative. Like, trust me, it's a fucking fun game. The grind is real.
Looks like a ton of fun and super
Yeah.
interesting, and we're gonna give it a. We'll boot it up later and try it and see how it goes. But
I'm gonna get them onto a game.
hey, thanks for watching Savage Actual. We super appreciate it. You guys got anything else?
Huh? Thanks for hanging out.
Stay savage.
Yeah.
Peace.
See ya.